start. Okay, students. So please, good morning, everyone.
Good morning, sir.
So today we are going to start our new class, and today we will start our class with a quotation, and the quotation is very inspiring, very motivating, life-changing quotation, and the quotation is if God is with us. If God is with us, who can be against us? Who can be against us? This is the quotation. This is the holy quotation, religious quotation. If God is with us, if we consider, if we feel that God is always with us, every time 24 hours, then who can be against us? Against means opposition party. If God is standing with us, then no person, nobody in the world who can protest us, who can defeat us. Okay, so believe me, this is very important if you are understanding it. If God is with us, then who can be against us? It means everyone is with us. So please note it down, and most importantly, feel it, believe in it. Now after this quotation, we are going to start our today's class. And one more important thing, first of all, I want to tell you about time, students. Time is the key. Time is very important key. Before some weeks, we were celebrating New Year. Before 4 weeks, we were celebrating New Year with cakes, with lots of delicious things. But believe me, today we are in 31st January. It means we all lost 1 month in 2021. Okay, and we have 11 more months left in this year. So time passes very quickly. Don't lose your time. In my last class, I told you we can earn more money, but we can't earn more time. Okay, so let's start our class. In this class, we are going to start with idioms. We have 10 idioms, and we can use these idioms to improve our English speaking skills, to speak better in fluence mode or speak impressively. So first idiom is to turn the tables. To turn tables. Meaning of this, to turn tables means to reverse the circumstance. To reverse the circumstance. What is the meaning of to reverse the circumstance? Circumstance means situation or the condition. To reverse means to change completely. So if a student or we also are ready to change our condition, are ready to change our mental situation, then we can say, I am ready to turn the tables. I am ready to turn the tables. You can make number of sentences by using this idiom, and you can see this idiom not only in UP board examination, not only in CBSE board examination, but also in competition level. So to turn tables, meaning simple, to reverse the circumstance, to go just opposite manner with a situation, or to face a condition with a handsome manner. You can make the sentence many sentences. To turn the tables. I am ready to turn the tables of my life. I am ready to turn the situation of my class. Okay, so you can make minimum 5 sentences to learn this idiom. If you will read new sentence only one time, it means student you are reading only, you are not learning. Until you make minimum 5 or 10 sentences by using that word or that phrase, you will not able to learn that. Okay, so please everyone make minimum 5 sentences by using this idiom to turn the table, and believe me, you will feel that you also turning your tables. Now number 2, turn a deaf ear to. Turn a deaf ear to. The meaning of this idiom is to remain indifferent. Turn a deaf ear to remain indifferent. What is the meaning of to remain indifferent? Don't heed the word of other people. Don't notice the ideas told by other people. If you are not following my advices, it means you are turning a deaf ear to me. Okay, do not focus on the thoughts, do not follow the good thoughts. To remain indifferent means not to focus on one point. Okay, do not heed the idea told by other people. So turn a deaf ear to means not to focus, not to mind a good advice. You can make sentences by using turn a deaf ear to. For example, I was requested to my senior officer, but he turned a deaf ear towards me. It means he did not listen to me. Now make minimum 5 sentences by using this idiom. Now we have idiom number 3, take care. One of the commonest usable phrase, take care. Take care means to be careful. To be careful. To be careful. Very common word, and we are using this word take care in our family, in our ally group, friends group, or in school, or with among the relatives. Take care, to be careful. Take care about your studies, take care about your health. Okay, so you can make minimum 5 sentences by using take care, and make a sentence in which this phrase included. Okay, including this phrase, I am taking care of my study, I am taking care of my English speaking, I am taking care of my health, I am taking care of my family, I am taking care of many things. Okay, the more you make sentences by using a phrase, the more you feel comfortable. Now the 4th phrase, tal talk. Tal talk. What is the meaning of tal talk? Tal talk means to boast. To boast. To boast. What is boast? Boast a person who always talks about high things. Okay, a person who always talks about gossips. It means to talk about impossible things. Suppose your friend is saying to you, I will buy an aeroplane. It means he is boasting. If you are saying, I can break the moon, it means you are boasting. Okay, to talk unnecessary, impossible, and not too important things is called tal talk. Okay, I think you are getting my point. Tal talk means to boast. Okay, to talk about the things which you can't do. Okay, so to boast, turncoat. Turncoat is a very important and a tough and new word. Turncoat means opportunist. 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 What is opportunist? You students, you all have many friends. Some are your very fast friends and some are opportunist. If you are having your good time, they will remain with you. Suppose if you are having a very good party, then those friends, some friends enjoy with you. And if you are having a hard time of your life, tough time of your life, then they will say bye bye to you. That type of person is called turncoat, opportunist. Okay, my dear students. So turncoat means opportunist, or you can say a person who stands with you in your only golden time. And if you are facing hard time, if you are in problem, then he says bye to you. That type of person is called opportunist. Okay, so never be opportunist, be a real friend. Now number 6th, through and through. Through and through. Actually this is very important and we can use it in any situation. Through and through means completely. I think this is a very easy word, completely. And we can use more words in place of through and through, or in place of completely. We can say thoroughly. Or we can say solely. Or we can say wholly. Or we can say entirely. Okay? Entirely. Through and through means completely, thoroughly, solely, wholly, or entirely. How can you use this sentence in your speaking or in your conversation? Through and through. You can say, I learned this chapter through and through. Okay. I know this news through and through. Okay. I knew everything about it through and through. If you know everything about a person, about a thing, about a factory, about anything, you can say through and through. I am intelligent about this topic through and through. Okay, I know about this disease, sickness through and through. If you know whole thing, it is through and through. Okay, so very easy, and try to use it in your conversation. This is take the bull by the horns. Take the bull by the horns. You know bull, a very strongest creature, very strong creature, and by the horns. Horns is a part of body of a bull. You know, a strong hard object which fixed in the on the head of the bull. That is called horns. So take the bull by the horns. Meaning is to tackle problems. To tackle problems with courage. To tackle problem with courage is called take the bull by the horns. If you are in a difficult situation, if you are in your exam hall, if you are in a complex situation, then and you are facing it, you are handling the situation, you are not running away from the difficult situation, you are in a pressurized situation, and you are not able to solve it, but you are there and you are trying to face the situation. You are not running out. It means you are taking the bull out of the horns. By the horns. You are taking the bull by the horns. You can say, I am giving my exam. Although I haven't prepared well, but I am taking the bull by the horns. It means I am simply facing the problems. I am not running away from the problem. I am facing the problem. I am handling the situation. Next, to take ill. To take ill. To take ill means students feel bad. Feel bad. You know, in your friends group or sometime in your house or in any relatives, some people say to you some good things, some bad things. Sometimes we feel happy and sometimes we feel sad. So if we consider a thing bad and we become unhappy, that is called feel bad or to take ill. Suppose if I scold you, then you are taking my scolding as a ill or taking ill. You are taking my advice as a ill. Okay, you are taking my advice as an ill. Okay, so never feel bad about the advices of your teachers. So to take ill means feel bad. Okay, so simply meaning is, if you are feeling bad by a sentence of your teacher, of your friend, of your mother or of your anyone, so don't take it. You are feeling bad. Okay, so to take ill means feel bad. Now the ninth idioms is ups and downs. What is ups and downs? Ups and downs means fall and rise. Fall and rise. Ups and downs simply means fall and rise. My dear students, we are having a life. Sometimes we get success, sometimes we get failure. This is a part of life. Sometimes we get good marks and sometimes we get average marks. So what is this? This is the ups and downs of life. This is the ups and downs of life, or we can say fall and rise of life. Okay, if you are getting success, then you are growing. It means you are rising. And if you are facing negative things, if you are facing unhandleable things, it is called falling. You are depleting, you are decreasing. So ups and down means fall and rise. So everyone, what is the sentence by using this idiom ups and downs? Students are facing ups and downs of the study. Students are facing ups and downs in math. Students are facing ups and downs in physics. Or everyone has to face ups and downs of life. It means fall and rise of life. So you can make many sentences. And now the up to the mark. Number 10th, up to the mark. What is up to the mark? Up to the mark means up to the standard. Up to the standard. Standard means we can say level. Okay, or we can say status. Up to the mark, or up to the standard, or up to the level, or up to the status. What is the meaning of up to the mark? Up to the mark means you are a good student. It means it is your responsibility to good. You are good because you are not good looking. You are good because you are doing good. Okay, students? If your parents, if your teachers, if your friends call you a good person, not because of you are looking good, because of you are doing good. Okay, so what is your status? What is your standard? To do good things, to do good things, to feel good things. That's why you are good. So your level is good. Your level is good. So up to the mark means, suppose you are writing an essay and the question is write an essay in 300 words. 300 words. And suppose you will finish in 200 words, then teacher will say your essay is not up to the mark. Okay. Suppose you are having a test and in a test you have to solve 10 questions, 10 out of 10 completely, all questions are compulsory, and you will solve only 5, then teacher will say your performance is not up to the mark.